Hey Leo, are you ready for your metal dog reading for the quarter or whenever I do these? I've been very disciplined this week. I'm doing all the fire signs today. Did water yesterday and earth the day before. So let's get down to it, Leo. Let's see what comes up for you. Last day of Mercury in retrograde, then a little shadow. So I'm going to stick with my Mercury retrograde, my retrograde reading, 5-card draw. We're going to start with Klimt, and then we will clarify with a new deck. Okay, so you're wanting to release 7 of Cups, all these projections, choices maybe. This version really makes me think, read this as a projections one, because you're going to have like this weird ghosty spirit up here. But 7 of Cups, sense of having lots of choices, not knowing which one is right. And that seems like a very good energy to move out of. You are asked to move into or embrace a Knight of Pentacles, the slowpoke knight, the A student, the guy with the plan. Okay, Leo. Now here's our revisit for Mercury in retrograde. And you're asked to revisit the 2 of Wands. This is in your sign of Wands, or your suit of Wands. And it's a manifestation, it's a vision. So you're going to need to revisit that here. Or perhaps you have been while Mercury has been in retrograde. Something that you may have manifested. And it looks like you want to relook at that. And even the figure in the card is just kind of looking back over her shoulder at, or almost looking back over her shoulder at these 2 wands. Hidden energy, what you might want to become aware of, is a 4 of Swords. This is a healing process. So that's hidden. We'll find out more about that when we clarify. Why is that hidden? If you're in a healing process, you usually would know that, right? We'll see. And in the future, we're getting Justice. Wow, she has one big gigantic sword there. She's also got the scales balanced. So this is about truth, balance. Justice can be very much in the real world. Could be in a large political sense, could be in your personal life, like if you're involved in legal issues or something like that. I don't think very much about legal issues, but you might. So Leo. But I think of justice in the large sense here for some reason. Yeah, I see some of this leader heroic quality of yours, Leo. Yeah, this feels like a kind of social justice movement, change the world kind of a reading, but you kind of need to get some focus, get out of the feeling, I feel this, I feel that, is this happening, I'm projecting all this stuff, and get grounded in the Pentacles with your slowpoke knight, and just get to work on something here. You want to relook at your vision and this sort of underlying energy of healing here. There's a healing process that you're not aware of this. You may need to do some healing around something. And then we can see balance and truth in the future. Let's see more here. Using my new Mystic Mondays deck. Maybe it's Monday when you see this. Oh, this is a very fancy, shiny deck, and it's really been interesting. It's very abstract, relatively abstract, let's say. Okay, so clarifying this 7 of Cups here. Oh, this projection, this maybe indecision. Let's see. A 9 of Cups, this is wish fulfillment, just in and of yourself, fulfilled, all of the feelings. It's like a love wish. Perhaps that's in play here. Strength, this is one of your cards, Leo, although they have a tiger here instead of a lion. Yeah, I really see this kind of domesticated tiger. Makes me think of my own cat. Just coming up for some pets in that friendly curve of that tail. Strength is about rising to your higher self, from that predator that could eat and kill most things that it encounters. Strength is containing that, coming from your heart more. There's lots of heart here in your, and here we have 2 nines, a 9 of cups and now a 9 of pentacles. Some solitude here. Yeah, so I see you in the past, keeping to yourself, content in and of yourself in your little house. You're using strength, which comes across here as, it's friendly power. Like the tiger could eat you, but the tiger is not eating you because the tiger loves you, is the kind of power. But I also feel like you're not, I think you're on your own here, which is not bad, but it seems like the reason that you're on your own has to do with these projections. Like when you look out there at other hearts, you're projecting things onto those other hearts. So there's nothing that says you need to go couple up here. This says you're great on your own. You're fulfilled. You have your act together. You're loving your home. Maybe this tiger is your pet. Thinking of a particular Leo there, although all of a sudden I see lots of Leos with pets come into my consciousness here. So you're feeling fine, but the cards are saying that this is something that you want to release. And we'll look ahead and see what that is, but I'm getting the vibe here that you're projecting emotionally. Maybe you're afraid to bring other people into your life here. So let's see. To clarify what you are to embrace, this guy with the plan. I mean, and from the larger social justice feel that I have here, it looks like you might be doing a lot on your own, and maybe this is an invitation to take your energy, your strength, your knowledge, your leadership abilities into a collective, but we'll see. So we have Knight of Pentacles, taking it easy, going slow. With this is a change of perspective. The Hanged Woman, there she is on her silks, hanging upside down. You hang upside down, you can see things differently. Secondly, the Hierophant, institutions. Yeah, I'm going to pull one more card before I... Death. Okay, so you are being asked to embrace major change, coming from a changed perspective. This looks like change around institutions. This is transformative. Wow. Yeah, so you're seeing, this is transformative. And it's very different from what you're releasing, which is this solitary energy. This is like big revolutionary energy here. But it comes with this slowpoke knight, who I just think of as like, he's good in a revolution because he's going to have a plan. He's going to do all these steps. The information below says you're looking at your institutions, structures of society, the institution that you work for, with new eyes. And the plan that you're bringing to bear is transformative, or that there's a transformation that's going to happen. It's not you that gets to make death. Actually, the larger forces make this transformative change. But you are needed in a very practical level with a new perspective here. So if you have a lack of perspective that you're supposed to move away from, in your solitude, The Hanged Woman says you're going to change your mind in some way, and then be a part of, in a very 3D, practical, necessary, humble way. Not as a leader here. The Slowpoke Knight is not a leader. He's a part of, or she, they, gender doesn't matter. Okay, let's keep looking. You're supposed to revisit this vision that you had. Some kind of thing that you called in, a manifestation. So maybe it's coming, or maybe you need to change it. Let's see. The Princess of Swords. I see her, this figure is like bending the truth to her, to match her mind. And it's like quite a powerful page in this deck. All of that energy coming off of that sword. She, she's a watcher. She's watching things, putting energy out. Youthful. Oops. What else we have here? A High Priestess, intuitive knowing. This is your revisit. What you intuitively know. And Justice, which is the outcome of this reading. So this is something you are revisiting. You intuitively know something. Needs balance. Like even the High Priestess is balancing two different things here. There's two wands balancing these two ideas of love and revolution. You've called something in regarding justice. It could be in your individual life. It could be out there in the big sense. And you've been speaking. Your approach has been to speak from your kind of intuitive sense of what justice is. You may even have manifested this vision that comes from your intuition. You're being asked to revisit that, or this way of going about bringing justice. There's tons of information here that says you need to change the way you see it. Either you need to change your sense of what needs to change, the Hierophant, the structure. I'll just say this, Hierophant, if you're, on a individual level, it could be a marriage, some kind of, it's like the Pope is what the Hierophant is. And so it can signify marriage, getting a new perspective on your marriage. And then we see death here, like a transformation. We see justice. It can suggest divorce. I'll just say that because I thought of it. I don't usually think about the Hierophant and justice in that way, but if that works for you, there you go. Okay, let's see what's hidden here. This is healing, the Four of Swords. Really kind of going alone to heal. So this could be somebody else in your life here. It doesn't seem like you. It seems like you're not aware that somebody's healing or needs to heal, or that there's healing that's needed. So let's see. Eight of Cups. This is somebody, a sense of unfulfillment, an emotional unfulfillment. That's not right. It's like you have 8 cups. 1 is missing. You need 9. It's weird because this is a part of your release that you have 9 cups. So this is somebody else. You have 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. You are totally in satisfaction. You're in your strength. There's some kind of projection that's coming with that you're being asked to release that. But so this feels like another person to me. In the 8 of Cups, a Princess of Wands, fiery, young. It's a Page of Wands in tarot, so it can be. It's a young person, young, passionate, bright new hopeful idea. And the Queen of Swords. What a combo. Queen of Swords, she sees the truth, she sees who's in, she sees who's out. She cuts out people who aren't good for her. Yeah. This is somebody in your life who you are not aware of this. You can become aware of it. It could be people, it could be a collective feeling around you. The people need to heal, and you need to understand that they're emotionally not fulfilled. But they want to be in this Princess of Wands state where they're inspired and they're open, and they're performing, in their element. This person can be somebody from another country. Sometimes the Page of Wands is dresses in wild fashion and comes from somewhere else. So it kind of can be an invitation to know whoever the stranger is to you, but they don't feel like they can be themselves, and they're healing from that. And when they are healed from that, then they're going to go into this Queen of Swords where they're going to know that who they need to remove. This is happening in a cosmic sense. I just listened to an astrologer talking about that we're all in a process of knowing our priorities, sorting this Seven of Cups attitude, like this confusion about what do I want, who am I? And there's a lot of that going on. There's dissatisfaction. There's commitments that we need to back out of. There's prioritizing that needs to happen. And once you see that, then you're able to move into, just sort of cleaning out the clutter. And this person or these people, this collective, it feels like it's not you and the hidden influences. They're going through this process. You are also getting a change of perspective. You're looking at your institution. You're coming up with a plan. It's very practical. And you're revisiting something that you thought you intuitively knew that would bring justice, that you've been acting on and speaking from. You need to revisit that, the way you see things. That's what I'm getting from this Two of Wands. I really see her looking back and down. This is, to me, this is like a person has a vision, and they have they're seeing what the world that they want to come in. You're being told that there's something that you want to re-look at here. It has to do with justice. You thought you intuitively knew it, the High Priestess. You've been acting on it. You've actually been watching the world through that. And it's not that you're wrong, although you have this Hanged Woman suggesting that your perspective is going to change through this process. And it may be that you're wrong about this person, this Princess of Wands who wants to be herself, is unhappy and needs to make a change. She's going through healing. I say she, but they. In the future, there is justice. What does this justice look like? Because you're revisiting your idea of your vision of justice. Even the way that you've been speaking about justice, where you've been looking at institutions and structures. That's all changing. And it's changing in a very practical, slow unfolding. And it's very different from the energy that you're coming from. It's all bright, visible, exciting, spectacular, dynamic. All of this is contrasting with this there's lots and lots of these blues. It's a real changed vibe in what you're to embrace and revisit. Your little Princess of Wands person or collective here has energy like the one what you're in right now, that you're being suggested you might want to release, that from that energy release this sense of confusion, or this projection. So are you projecting something on somebody and you need to release that from them? It seems like it's not right. You're wrong about them. I feel like you're wrong about somebody and it's hurting them. And the justice isn't going to look the way you want it to. Wow, that's just for somebody. I don't know. That's not necessarily for everyone here. Let me see the future. It feels like there's a little bit of a warning here to check how you see things. Anyway, okay, 5 of Wands. Knight of Wands. And 6 of Wands, victory. Well, this person or this collective in your life, it could be another aspect of yourself that you're not conscious of, like an inner child. Like she's getting free in victory in the end here, okay? But she's coming through needing to sort there's some chaos here. There's 5 of Wands is chaos. It can be creative chaos. To me, it feels like conflict because I can see the Knight of Wands here is kind of facing off with it. And it looks like a little bit of a battle that happens. And then somebody gets free in the end. It looks quite like a very nice victory, but it comes following conflict. Very fiery, Leo fire sign conflict. But this 6 of Wands, like, this is a nice outcome. This justice that happens in the beginning, in the end here, it's liberating from conflict. It's liberating from projection, confusion. It looks like on to the next thing. But there's something that needs to be healed between you and another who you're misunderstanding. And it looks like maybe you're not being just. You need to relook at that from a new perspective, because death is here, justice is here, and then victory is in the end if you can work through this conflict. It could be inner conflict, global, small scale between you and a family member, younger person. But you need to slow down. And you maybe because you're in fire, and I feel a lot of fast moving energy right now, very fiery, Leo moon. There's the advice here. I would take this advice. Slow down, get grounded, look at things from a different perspective, maybe the perspective of an inner child or a kid or a young person. And they're hurt and need to heal. And then they will be able to see clearly how to move forward with you or without you. That's what the Queen of Swords will do. If it's not healthy, she'll remove it. There's a little conflict on the way to everybody feeling victorious here and for justice to settle out. That's the story that is coming through for me here, Leo. Yeah, I'm definitely, as a Leo moon, I'm going to reflect on this. Who am I getting wrong? Yeah, and I don't know what that could mean for you. It doesn't bring anything up for me here, so it feels like a message for you, whoever's here. And yeah, good luck. Should you choose to take this journey, there will be justice. There may be some conflict, but ultimately, woohoo, it looks kind of like I get this feeling of summer vacation, of like going off to the beach and playing in the sun and feeling really good about who you are and how you handled whatever this is, because it's a misunderstanding of something. Okay, it's time for me to finish my dinner. Have a great night, day, whatever time it is when you